Hi, this is Marlon Peters, and I make tensor rings. I'm going to talk just shortly about tensor rings, what they are and what they do. So I use wire. If you take a piece of wire and cut it and connect the ends together, it will create an electromagnetic field. So what good is that field? Well, I'll tell you one thing. If you were a little kid, or you have a child, and you have a little bottle to blow bubbles with, you'll know that that's a little circle there. And any closed loop creates a field inside of it, of electromagnetic field. When you put soap to water, it makes water wetter, so there's no way that would hang on or stick to there like it does, so you can blow bubbles with it. Except that has this field, electromagnetic field. In 1957, a man discovered this, and he called it a tensor field. Hence, when I make rings of copper, they're called tensor rings. And so what I do is I take a piece of wire and I fold it in half and twist it, and then I cut it a very specific length, which is taken from sacred geometry, but more on that in another video. So after I cut it, then I bring the ends together and solder them together, and it will create a positive energy flow out of both sides, like a column of positive energy that supposedly goes on for infinity. So, what good is this? If you put a tensor ring on your smart meter, which I have right here, this is one, I keep it in a bag so it doesn't get all tarnished. You put that on your smart meter, it will literally transform the negative microwave energy and neutralize it. It doesn't block it, it doesn't cast it away. It just transforms it, which is really cool. So you're neutralizing all that energy coming in, and it will neutralize that energy going into your house. Now, there are some people who are extremely sensitive, and there might be some microwave energy still flowing, and they want a tensor ring for all their appliances and cell phone and Wi-Fi and everything else they have, computers. So, just one short note here, a letter I got from a lady, beautiful 2-page letter, but what she did was she bought a tensor ring for her meter, smart meter, and she thought, well, maybe I could use that on myself. She said she wakes up every morning with terrible headaches. And she also has a boil in her ear, which won't let her turn her head. So she put the ring on her head, went to bed, woke up the next morning with no headache, and the first time in a long time she was able to turn her head. So she wore this on her head to work, and now she tells her office mates that that is her copper tiara because she loves the energy and the healing from it. So if you were to go to tensorring.com, you can see videos on how tensor rings structure water, revitalize it. They will extend the life of cut flowers. Also, things that you have in your refrigerator, foods, perishable foods, they will extend the life of that. They're great for healing different maladies. And also, I'm working on creating some other tensor rings that are good for the etheric body, for your emotional and mental body outside of your physical body. And I've had some beautiful results from some Reiki masters who have felt that energy and liked it. I'm also, let me find this here, going to make some AccuVac coils for pulling pain and density out of certain areas of the body. So take a look at my videos, and I'll talk to you again in more depth about tensor rings and the new things that I'm doing. Thank you very much. Oh, by the way, it's tensorring.com.